3 is still quite lower. Just one position. Continue to please hold, so there is no need to take partial profits because we've got more downside to come through. But I don't think it's going to come through now or even next week. Probably next week could be for a pullback or retracement, and after that, I mean, week 3 and 4 maybe could be the extension lower or the extension wave lower or the targets lower. All right. So and for those who are wanting to enter again, just a few more days of wait period, maybe a couple of more days uh, towards the 105 handle, and then it should be good to go long, short again with a potential target of 10270, 10150, and it's actually going below the 99 mark. So it's just a matter of time before 100.12 is taken out. All right. On the stop loss front, I think uh, wave 2, I think it would not be technically incorrect if we place the fresh orders which we are planning to take at 105. We can place our stop losses around 107.62. Going forward, it's not technically incorrect to do so. All right. That is the story for the dollar index as we move forward towards the end of the week. And let's also touch base with pound now. And with the week coming to an end, I think the price action is going to slow down. I think with a few more hours left in the New York session, I don't think we can expect firecrackers this week. But to tell you what a week it has been for all three instruments: euro, dollar index, and pound. Pound being one of the leaders actually, with absolutely shallow retracements earlier. And now the next entry for those who are still waiting on the sidelines is going to come approximately around the 2670 mark, which is also the past retracement or past resistance becoming future support. All right, so we would want to wait prices to decline through the 27 or 2680 mark before committing on the long side again. And those who are holding long positions, or maybe you have only one long position, it is not really recommended to take partial profits or even think of doing that, because see the upside targets are in the 1.272s, 1.30 and 1.32. So we still have a long way to go, and it's not going to stop around 1.32, brothers. It's actually going even further, possibly around that mark, 1.34 and beyond that, right? So no need to no need to book profits if you're holding only one position, but if you're holding multiple positions, it would not be a bad idea to do so with the week ending quite a bit in the green, right? So that's the story in pound. Let's move on to gold now. It's been an absolute sideways action for gold. Tell you what, I think it's still carving a triangle. Let's get rid of the RSI first. And is it still carving a triangle, brothers? I think it is. It is still carving a triangle. You see that price action, 3 down from that point, a 3 down and maybe 3 up. So that is still, now if it is a bullish triangle, it's going to put us in a bit of short-term trouble, because we don't want to really commit ourselves if it has now now the reason why we are still short is we, wave A, we still believe that out of the minute wave 4, we've got minute A and B possibly in place. And minute AC is wanting to produce a 5 wave decline, or I don't know if it's a 5 wave decline, or is it uh, a diagonal. It doesn't look like a diagonal, at least for now. Let's have a closer look. Because I think what the charts are telling us a story, there's a 3 wave decline. So is it wave 4 in the making? Maybe if we look at this as 3, another 3, another 3, another 3, and another 3. So is it wave 4 and then a thrust wave 5 remains? That is quite possible. Or wave 4 and 5 completed wave B here around the 30 zone, and what we are seeing now is a decline. Wave 1, wave 2, 1 of 3. Is that 2 of 3? No sir, that is not valid, because it's just pipped it higher. So it's still not really unfolding its or revealing its pattern very clearly. It could be a triangle. I think it could still be a triangle which is being worked upon. That could be the case. And maybe one more high before the reversal lower again. Right? This looks more probable right now, uh, rather than anything else happening. All right. So we will just wait for a. I think there's nothing wrong in waiting, because that's the only option we have right now. We are already short from round about the same price, 29.20, with a stop loss around 29.60 and a potential target around 20, 27.90 and 27.60. All right. So that's the scenario in gold as well. We'll have to still wait for a while. I think let's have a look at the daily chart, because yesterday it was producing an evening star, but it didn't happen. Today, let's see what the candles are revealing. Is it still an indecision pattern, or maybe it's a series of indecisive candles? Yes, it is almost 3 indecisive candles in a row. We've got 1, 2, and 3 indecisive candles in a row. Is it 3 or 4? I think it's 3 candles. Today is the third day of indecisiveness. So at some point in time, we need to see, we should be seeing price breaking. Now, gold has got a typical uh, pattern of breaking higher or lower. Before doing that, it drifts sideways actually, and it drifts sideways quite a bit. So we'll have to just wait and watch if that's a sideways action before the decline continues, or maybe just one more high to push that wave B here around the 32 mark, and then a swift reversal towards the C wave. It's quite possible. All right, so that is the story in gold. We continue to hold long short positions and stop around the 29.60 mark. All right, and so we've gone through all 4 instruments. Now we can touch base with the bitcoins first. Looking at the structure, what does the structure reveal? I think the structure is revealing nothing more than a triangle in making. Oh, that is 3 up, sorry, 3 up, 3 down, another up. You see wave D. Is it possible that we are in wave E? It is quite possible. And if that is a wave E, then the next move is lower towards 71. I repeat, sir, next move is lower towards 71. So, trading point of view, we've just entered short positions around the 90,000 mark, but we still give a benefit of doubt for a corrective wave to reach 98,000 levels if the 5 wave rally can be considered complete from 109 highs. So if one wave 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 has completed, I think we can still have an ABC rally carried through the 98 levels, and it's only going to give us another opportunity to go short because we've entered partial shorts around the 90s. Maybe we'll look to sell more around the 98. The potential stop loss goes around 110, and the take profits are uh, take profits are much lower, actually, at least the 70,000 mark. All right, so Bitcoin, we will refrain from going long, brothers. In fact, we'll look to sell on rallies. That is a daily chart. I mean, if a major top is in place over here, then we are looking for a much lower decline back towards wave 4 of minor degree. That is quite possible. We cannot rule any possibilities right now. Rule out any possibilities right now. Okay, if it has to move up on an upside, then it has to break that particular trend line. Also resistance around 98, and yes, resistance around 98, and then we'll have to wait for a pullback and then re-enter on the long side. But I think we don't want to come in on the long side, as at least for now. Because last time we did that, it was uh, it was the last attempt of going long. Since the 89 break, it is not advisable to go long, at least for now, unless we've got a clear impulse pattern and a pullback, which we don't have right now. Right. The same applies to Solana. I think we haven't seen Solana few sessions. Maybe we can have a discussion or a session on a weekend, maybe Saturday or Sunday. We can discuss all the coins. Solana is also moved drifting sideways, actually. Whether or not Solana has completed wave 3 and it is drifting for wave 4, it's quite possible. And maybe one more low is left because it has almost gotten that support now. The only support it needs to break for a confirmed bearish reversal is 109. Once we have a 109 break, I think Solana is also going to confirm, just as Bitcoin, that a major top is in place, and we are of the belief that Solana has completed a major top as well. So let's pick up Dow Jones now. We are not giving up on the short side of the Dow Jones as of now, with prices still stalling again. You can see that it's drifting sideways, and it continues to drift sideways Now, whether this is A, B, C, D, and E, quite possible, sir. So, if this is a triangle, we are good to remain on the short side because it's going to break lower towards the 41,000 mark, easy, and that could happen as early as today as well. And it will also place ourselves, or it will also place Dow Jones nicely, setting up for next week counter trend rally to materialize across most global indices. Dow Jones is actually lagging one wave behind it. In fact, SPX 500 and the Nasdaq family has already breached the support. Let me just go back a bit. You see that particular support is already taken out. So next week could be a good follow through, or next couple of weeks could be a good follow through on the north side actually. All right, that ditto for Nasdaq. We are just waiting for a re-entry. Possibly we are going to get it next week. Uh, it continues to probe the 20,000 mark, but I think it's high time it begins to cut loose on the north side as well. That's a retracement. Actually, it's going to be a pullback rally. I mean, it's if we believe that it's going to be an uptrend resumption, we will be on the wrong side of the trade again, which we don't want to do that actually. There's no reason we should believe. All right, sir. So those are the stories as we move into the New York session, and let's bring in a pause now and until the next one, which will be for currencies and all those other instruments, will be Sunday 7 p.m. Eastern during the Sydney Tokyo overlap. Maybe if we are taking a crypto session during the weekend, we'll be announcing it soon. We'll be broadcasting it on X as well. All right, so might want to have a look at it. All right, so let's bring it a pause and until the next one, as always, take care and God bless, and thank you for tuning in. Goodbye.